Seriously.
I found a classic game that I want to talk about today in Buried Treasure. This is Metal Gear Solid for the Game Boy Color. Now, I know what you're saying. Every Metal Gear game is super successful, and this doesn't really qualify as a Buried Treasure. But I did mention that it's for the Game Boy Color, didn't I? And nobody has that system anymore. But what's great about this thing is that it really pulled in a lot of the details that you're seeing in all of the Metal Gear games out there. You're still talking on your communicator with all the same codecs to Campbell and Mai Ling and all of the sort of cast of supporting characters that are part of Metal Gear. There's 180 VR missions on this cartridge, so you can actually test out some of the play mechanics of the game. And the levels in the game actually take into account all the stealthy, sneaky spy action that we love in Metal Gear. And of course, everybody's talking about Metal Gear now because we've got the Twin Snakes on the Cube, and we've got Metal Gear Solid 3 coming for the PlayStation 2. So it's a perfect time to go and find the Game Boy Color version of Metal Gear Solid. This is a great game for your Game Boy Color or your Game Boy Advance. Go check it out. Metal Gear Solid. All right, we're back. We're going to start talking about all of the PC games that we're seeing here at E3 2004. What did you think of the PC showing, man?
I gotta say, last year at E3, we were kind of a little disappointed because there was no innovation, really.
Yes, yeah.
It was all the same RTSs, RPGs, and first-person shooters. This year, I gotta say, big turnaround.
Right.
And we're seeing a lot of cool, innovative games on the PC. I think this is the best year in a long time for the PC.
Well, yeah, I think so too. And I think the two games that really sort of come to the forefront when you're thinking of what's happening in the PC world this year, Half-Life 2 and Doom 3 are finally going to be available.
I'm talking about innovative, though, innovative games like the movies.
Amazing game.
Peter Molyneux's game for the PC.
Amazing.
You create a movie within the game. It's unbelievable.
You can upload the movie that you create, and other people can watch it. Incredible stuff there. NCSoft has got the Guild Wars, which is one of the first free, massively multiplayer games out there. Give you a little taste of that role-playing experience, that Diablo type of experience.
Lineage 2. Lineage 2.
Lineage 2.
Another one.
The City of Heroes is already out, but City of Villains was on the show floor. World of Warcraft. That has got to be one of the sweetest looking massively multiplayer games I've ever seen. Also love the expansion to Star Wars Galaxies, the jump to light speed. Now we can fly around in spaceships. You can pilot things like the Millennium Falcon and have people inside the ship and people mounting the turrets and stuff like that. That is going to be awesome, man. Getting your own Star Wars ships.
There's even some third-person games as well, like Advent Rising.
Yes.
Is a really cool-looking cinematic game experience for the PC. You got The Matrix Online.
Matrix Online, another massively multiplayer.
Oddly enough, being done by Sega.
Yes, published by Sega, developed by Monolith. Totally different for a massively multiplayer game.
The Sims 2.
That's right.
Which looks really incredible.
EverQuest 2. I just saw characters jumping into the water. That looks incredible. Lots of sweet lighting effects in that game. I mean, these massively multiplayer games, you never think of them as looking so good, but now they're just looking insane. I mean, they've got some beautiful artwork in them.
They announced Splinter Cell 3.
I know.
It's like Splinter Cell 2 just came out.
Well, I couldn't believe how quickly Pandora Tomorrow came out from the previous Splinter
That's
Cell.
That's right. The EA stuff had a new Lord of the Rings game, which was like an RTS kind of thing.
Yes, the Battle for Middle-earth.
Not my cup of tea.
That looks incredible.
But also, they were also showing Medal of Honor Pacific Assault, which is going to give Call of Duty a run for its money. With the AI is absolutely incredible, completely unique every time you play the game. How about Shell Shock Nam 67?
Yeah, that's going to be killer.
IDOS looks amazing.
That's going to be really cool. If we're getting into the shooter department, you can't ignore Stalker, which basically came out of nowhere. It's being published by THQ, and that game looks sensational, man. It's really, really nice. A very close competitor to what's being offered in Half-Life 2 and Far Cry and Doom 3. Stalker looks sick.
I thought Myst 4 looked extremely beautiful. I know that's not your style
Not
of game.
my style at all.
But
no.
I think people are really going to freak out over Myst 4. Peter Gabriel, Jack Wall doing the music.
That's right.
Unbelievable. But check this out. Playboy, the mansion game.
I knew you were going to like that one.
That is awesome. You go around
Is that your new Tron this year?
You go around Playboy.
It is. I knew it.
Playboy.
I knew it would be. Talking about real-time strategy games, it was cool to see Ground Control 2.
Dude, I'm surprised you haven't mentioned Dungeon Siege 2.
Great game from Microsoft.
Damn.
Totally cool game. I think the console still won the attention.
I agree.
But this was a very fun year for playing PC games. 2004 is going to be great if you're a PC owner. I'm giving it 8 out of 10.
Exactly what I give it. We finally agreed on one.
All right.
An 8 out of 10.
Sweet. Well, stick around. We're coming right back with a look at the PlayStation 2 games coming out this year.